when Solskjaer is backed by a boss. A disastrous week has just come to Man United. The team conceded 11 goals after only 3 matches, and most importantly, the Red Devils were humiliated by their great rival Liverpool with a score of 5-0 right at the stadium. Old Trafford. It was thought that Solskjaer would be blown away from the position of head coach, but the Norwegian strategist remained in place thanks to the support of the board of directors, and especially Sir Alex. Solskjaer's mission, impossible at Man United. After a lot of ups and downs, Coach Solskjaer has temporarily been given a seat at Man United, but if he continues to fail, no one can favor him forever. The result of the match against Tottenham in the Premier League this weekend will greatly affect the future of the Norwegian coach at Old Trafford. Man United is really in trouble. Fans are witnessing a weak Red Devil lacking in combat. In the English derby with Liverpool, for the first time in history at the Theatre of Dreams, MU lost 0-4 after the first half. It was also the first time in history that a Liverpool player scored a hat-trick. Tore down the Old Trafford fortress. And also for the first time in the history of Red Devils, fans witnessed a bad statistic of losing 5 goals without removing. It's like knives cutting into the hearts of MU fans. The scene of fans leaving Old Trafford as soon as the first half ended reflects the pain in the hearts of the red half-red fans of the Manchester team. MU has the second most expensive squad in the Premier League, more than €900 million, only €1 billion less than Man City's squad, and is the team that has actually spent the most on the transfer market in the past 5 years. This season, MU is also a team with expensive contracts. They brought in superstar Ronaldo to strengthen his attack, world champion Raphael Varane to fortify the defense. Along with that is the talented British winger Sancho. A team invested to compete for the Premier League title, but after only 9 rounds, it was behind the leading group with a gap of up to 8 points, especially the series of consecutive matches without knowing victory in the Premier League. He was 4 games. The disaster defense is the main cause of MU's free fall this season. In the past 6 months, MU has only one time to preserve the net, that is in a 1-0 victory over Wolves in the 3rd round of the Premier League this season. So far, the Red Devils have conceded 15 goals in the Premier League 2021-2022, just less than Leeds, 16, Watford, 17, Newcastle, 20, and Norwich, 23. Dare to stand up to admit mistakes, those are the right actions of a military leader. However, that is not enough for Solskjaer. With this coach, it is not only about collecting mistakes on yourself, but also knowing how to deal with the consequences. Otherwise, it's all just words, and there will still be mistakes, and there will be continued failures. From now until the end of November, MU has to face a fierce schedule in the Premier League and Champions League. Accordingly, the Red Devils will still meet many dangerous opponents, and the scene like the last match against Liverpool promises to be repeated. After the trip to Tottenham, Coach Solskjaer's teachers and students will have to face Atlanta in the Champions League group stage in Italy. Next, they will meet Man City, Villarreal in turn, and close November with a trip to Chelsea. These are all vital matches, and if they don't get positive results, MU's ambitions in the two most important playgrounds may disappear. The humiliating defeat against the great rival Liverpool certainly left a bad feeling for MU players. Their morale is extremely low and Solskjaer needs appropriate encouragement and stimulation so that they can find their fighting spirit again. Solskjaer is, of course, the person who bears the greatest responsibility for MU's string of bad achievements. And surely no one will be able to help Solskjaer anymore if he continues to push the Red Devils closer to the edge of the abyss. The confusion with Solskjaer. The disappointing series of matches pushed MU down to 7th place and was increasingly left behind by the leading group with a long distance on the rankings, and the defeat was recorded in the record right at the Mecca of Old Trafford. In the presence of former MU stars and respected Sir Alex is a necessary condition for Ole Solskjaer to receive the decision to fire. The sufficient condition is that the top coaches to be able to replace Solskjaer in the hot seat at Old Trafford like Zinedine Zidane, Antonio Conte are all free and ready to take over MU. Along with that are the coaches who are working in other teams, Brendan Rodgers, Leicester, and Erik ten Hag, Ajax. The common point of these four characters is that all of them have many years of experience in the military with superior levels and achievements compared to Solskjaer. MU's upcoming 3 matches against Tottenham, away October 30th, Allentown, away 3/11th, and Man City, home 6/11th, will decide the future of coach Solskjaer at MU. Solskjaer's task is to figure out how to activate his $1 million cannons to work at their proper capacity. According to British media, even if the situation does not improve, then without all 3 matches, Ole Solskjaer has to leave. If you decide to part with Solskjaer at this time, MU is likely to have to compensate the Norwegian coach about £10 million. The amount is not small, but it cannot be compared with the damage if the Red Devils continue to fail, especially in the case of not passing the Champions League group stage like last season.